Get ready for the breaking news. Annual tuition at major private universities in Seoul is set to skyrocket past 10 million won in the coming years. We dive deep into the tuition pressures facing institutions like Yonsei University, Korea University, and the rest of the top private schools, and discover why major universities are preparing to challenge government regulations and what this means for every student planning their future. Engagement across their entire network. And finally, we look at the digital marketplace revolution. E-commerce giants are adopting this same branding strategy, with Lot Shopping launching the Biuzra event and Musinsa branding their seasonal sales as Mujinjang. Don't miss these crucial shifts in education, climate, and retail. Stay with us now for the full breakdown. Annual tuition fees at major private universities in Seoul are projected to exceed 10 million won in the coming years, intensifying debates over higher education costs. Private institutions are also preparing to challenge government tuition hike regulations, signaling potential for further increases. A recent analysis of annual tuition at 9 leading private universities in Seoul, including Yonsei University, Korea University, and Yuha Women's University, revealed significant price disparities. Yonsei University led the group with a tuition of 9.95 million won, marking the largest increase among the surveyed institutions over the past year. Other major schools followed with tuition figures ranging from 7.79 million won at Hankook University of Foreign Studies to 9.14 million won at Sungkyunkwan University. These figures place most of these institutions above the broader average for four-year private universities in Korea, which stands at 8.23 million won. Financial structures reveal differing reliance on tuition revenue. Universities with higher tuition levels, such as Yonsei and Hanyang University, demonstrated lower reliance on tuition, with tuition accounting for only 36.3% of Yonsei's total revenue. Conversely, schools with lower average tuition, like Hankook University of Foreign Studies and Kyung-hee University, exhibited higher tuition dependence. Experts suggest this disparity reflects that some high-tuition universities secure substantial funding through donations and alumni contributions. Major private universities are pressing for further tuition increases, arguing these hikes are essential to secure investment for enhancing global competitiveness. In response, the Korea Council for University Education has decided to file a constitutional petition against the current tuition hike legislation before August. The petition challenges the Higher Education Act, which restricts tuition increases to 1.2 times the average inflation rate of the preceding 3 years, prompting calls for regulatory reform. Furthermore, universities contend that prolonged tuition freezes since 2009 have led to financial decline, citing a 7.34 billion won decrease in Korea University's total tuition revenue in 2024 compared to 2014, partially due to the removal of admission fees. South Korea has recorded its first heat-related death of the year, marking an early fatality that raises serious concerns about the intensifying effects of climate change. According to the Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency's Heat-Related Illness Emergency Room Surveillance System, an 80-year-old man in Seoul was reported as this year's first such death on May 15. On that day, the national average high temperature hit 28.2 degrees Celsius, with Seoul reaching a significantly higher 31.3 degrees, far exceeding seasonal norms. 7 people visited emergency rooms for heat-related illnesses that day. This first fatality is the earliest recorded since the surveillance system began operation, especially considering that the average May temperature typically ranges between 17 and 17.6 degrees, suggesting many are anticipating a record-breaking heat wave. Heat-related illness is an acute condition resulting from prolonged exposure to high temperatures, with symptoms ranging from dizziness and muscle cramps to life-threatening complications. The impact of rising climate change is evident, as the toll from these illnesses is increasing. Last year, 4,460 people suffered heat-related illnesses, the second highest figure since the 2018 heat wave, with an estimated death toll of 29, 68.6% of which involved individuals aged 65 or older. Looking ahead, the Korea Meteorological Administration forecasts a 50% probability of temperatures exceeding seasonal averages in May and June, rising to a 60% chance for July. In response to the escalating risk, KDCA Commissioner Lim Seung-kwan urged the public to avoid strenuous outdoor activities on hot days and to regularly monitor the health of vulnerable populations, including the elderly, people with disabilities, and those with chronic illnesses. The Democratic Party has issued a strong condemnation of negative campaigning directed against the Seoul mayoral candidate. This statement underscores the party's stance against tactics perceived as undermining the electoral process, signaling a focus on constructive dialogue over personal attacks in the ongoing campaign. South Korea's retail sector is undergoing a significant strategic shift, transforming ad hoc discount events into formalized, branded marketing campaigns aimed at boosting customer recognition and participation. This move involves standardizing the timing and content of promotions under dedicated brand identities. Lotmart has streamlined its offerings by consolidating major discount events under the Tongkyun brand. This branding strategy includes Tongkyun Day for monthly promotions and Mega Tongkyun for larger twice-monthly sales, leveraging the group's extensive grocery network across Lotmart, Lot Super, MAXX, and ZETTA. E-Mart has adopted the Goryet Festa brand to highlight price-cutting capabilities derived from integrated procurement systems across E-Mart, Traders, and Everyday. This branding has proven effective, with last year's Goryet Festa attracting 23 million customers. Retailers are leveraging these brands to establish a clear symbol of price competitiveness. The objective is to allow customers to anticipate the scale and nature of discounts, thereby driving store visits. This trend mirrors global e-commerce strategies. Amazon's annual Prime Day has become a recognized shopping benchmark, with last year's event seeing record sales, including $24.1 billion in U.S. online shopping during the 4 days. In the e-commerce space, Lot Shopping's LOTTE-on features the beauty-focused Beuzra sale lineup, while 11 Street utilizes the Sipilgial brand for monthly discounts and larger Grand Sipilgial promotions. Fashion platform Musinsa has similarly branded its seasonal sales as Mujinjang, successfully resonating with younger consumers. The branding efforts are already showing positive results. E-Mart reported a 3.5% growth in first-quarter Goryet Festa sales and a 6% increase in customer numbers compared to the previous year.